Multi-exclusive dimensional being Kyle with another exclusive. Today's video is going to be about Sun in Cancer, Moon in Cancer, solar eclipse. So basically, as we know, the Sun has now entered Cancer. That's dealing with June 21st. So if you was born today, which is during like the nighttime, you still be experiencing a little bit of Gemini in you. You know what I'm saying? If you was basically born under this influence, you would basically still have to have 3 days, depending on the third day, which is the full energy that you'll be basically dealing with. So you're dealing with a cusp. So basically, today's video is gonna basically be about the new solar eclipse that just hit. Feel me? For there's a light, there's a dark, and your light is basically what you create, which is your creations, and the dark is the moon, which basically is you are the creator. That's basically hidden, what you cannot see with these two eyes. You know what I'm saying? But we about to get into this video. So dealing with the solar eclipse, that's a north node and a south node transformation. So new ways of dealing with and being more fixated and situated and starting things all over. So basically we dealing with the four elements, which is cardinal, mutable, fixated ways, and being more adaptable to things and circumstances and situations. So of course, you know that this is a new beginning, and this is a new time to basically plant good seeds, because it's a new moon. Feel me? You want to be planting good seeds. So whatever happened in the past is the past. Now that's going on, everything counts now. So it's about what you're gonna do, how you're gonna push forward, how you're gonna move forward, how you're gonna be ahead of the game. Feel me? What target you're aiming for now. Feel me? Don't let nobody outside of you do this shit, or else you're going to be witnessing trials and tribulations. So it's very important to get fixated. So basically, let's get into this video. So solar eclipse is dealing with your internals, dealing with your inner world. Feel me? South node is what happened in the past, is what you're comfortable with. North node is basically what you need to focus on, what you need to be fixated on, and what you need to be getting more comfortable into, so you can actually have your fruits and goals and fruits and labor start growing for you. Feel me? So once you get your inner world correct, your outer world will always be great. Also, these are desires and goals. So basically what your needs and what you want, we all have this within us. We just got to travel there and basically express it and put the work into it and put the time into it. Sun in Cancer. So that's being vulnerable to trust circumstances and situations, emotions, and impressions. So basically everybody's going to feel the need to basically put a cover around their body as far as how they express themselves out in the opening, being careful and being cautious of what you say to people, places, and things, because certain words can basically hold vibrations towards people, but people don't get aligned, because basically we're dealing with the expectations of nourishment, and the moon is in Cancer, so that's basically dealing with changes in the mood and security. So as they're dealing with mood swings. One day we're going to be feeling good, one day we're going to be going through circumstances, situation, but it's all about making sure you're clearing your space and meditating and tapping in before you go out there into the public world. Because if you don't do that, basically what you're doing is picking up residue from yesterday. And what happens when you pick up things from yesterday? You basically add that on to new water. And if you add in taking care of water from yesterday with new water, is basically gonna mix in with your new ways of doing things. It's basically gonna cause frustration. It's gonna cause low. That's like basically, you don't change your socks. You go to work, feel me? You worked hard. It was raining. You put on the same socks for the next day. So if you don't do that, you're gonna feel some discomfort going on. So that's what you need to basically take care of. Also, we got Mercury in Cancer, so that's dealing with temps. That's dealing with logic, and that's dealing with intuition. So of course, everybody's gonna feel the need to basically protect what they say to people, places, and things. Be cautious and aware, and basically be hesitant how they express themselves, and basically push their information towards people. Also, we dealing with Venus and Gemini, so that's being talkative. That's starting new ways of basically expressing our love, our materialistic natures, communication and expansion, and interaction where we come towards people, places, and things out there into the public arenas. Mars and Pisces, so that's basically dealing with the start of ambitions, getting ambitious, and basically helping out the public. So everybody's gonna feel the need to get situated with themselves, get their inner world corrected, get themselves situated before they go out there to the public arenas and start helping people, places, and things. That's basically what we're supposed to do. Put ourselves first, then we go out there and go help the world. You don't just basically just put our ass out there to go help the world, then we're gonna be in a whole lot of turmoil, and it's gonna basically still build, and it's gonna put a firmament around us. So that's what you need. That's what you don't need to be happening. Also, Jupiter and Capricorn. So that's dealing with changeable ways, and that's dealing with new ways of initiating new ideas and goals and luck towards your life and being practical with it. Practice makes perfect. Saturn and Aquarius. That's dealing with starting new ways of seeing the world and basically helping the world. So of course, if you don't like what's going on right now, you need to put your spirit, you need to put your big man boots on, put your spirit into the phases of basically helping the humanity and doing whatever you can do to basically see things go into your fruits and labors, and not have some fucking 2,000-year-old government that basically try to construct and infiltrate how things is going to basically be running out. Remember, if you don't use the stars, things is not going to go into your favor. I mean, you can't be too logical. You got to basically bring your right brain to your left brain, and then we're going to express our logic too. But spirituality first before anything. Also, we're dealing with Uranus and Taurus. So that's basically being fixated in our own ways of bringing newness, new circumstances and situations, and being fixated and basically having new ways of being rebellious towards circumstances and situations and firmaments that's basically got us inclined. So you better feel the need to step up and basically speak your mind, for me, because you know Uranus governs the legs and it governs the ankles. So basically, you know, put your man boots on, and of course Taurus governs the throat. So don't be afraid to speak what you gotta speak of. Take that damn mask off and speak up. I mean, we ain't putting no. This is 2020. Feel me? This is our motherfucking time, our motherfucking world. Don't let no motherfucker tell you to put on no motherfucking mask. You better walk in that fucking store and be like, yo, I'm buying what the fuck I want to buy. Circumstance situation is closed. You don't gotta listen to what they tell you. Feel me? Don't fuck that sign. Tear that shit down when you see it. Feel me? And bring it to them like, yo, I'm not wearing no damn mask. Fuck that shit. Y'all that lowest? Come on. Neptune and Pisces. So basically Neptune is being adoptable. It's an adoptable planet, and it governs the feet. So we're going to basically have our spiritual wings, and we're going to be more imaginative and creative when we display ourselves into the world. So imagination is how you was created. So don't ever lack imagination, or else somebody's going to take your imagination and they're going to do whatever they want to do with it. So don't get lost into the physical. Remember, we spiritual beings having an experience on this planet. So basically we got to keep traveling. Also, Pluto and Capricorn. So Pluto is basically being fixated in his ways of destruction. And Capricorn is bringing new things to the surface. So that's dealing with new practicality, new ways of basically initiating new circumstances and situations to go into our ambitions. Now, if you don't do that shit, Pluto is going to come fixate things for itself for you. And when you don't want Pluto to basically come out here and doing that shit. Because when Pluto got to come out here and kill and destroy shit for you that you're not destroying, that's basically bringing you back from getting from point A to point B to point C, then it's going to destroy every fucking thing to the point you might have to leave this body and come back here again. You don't want that shit happening. And if you don't get it together, Capricorn going to keep sending that Capricorn gonna be on your ass, but like, yo, you gotta get it together. You gotta get situated. Feel me? You gotta take care of your responsibilities. If you don't do that shit, then something not right. And I can't use you. I'm just gonna have to let Pluto do you. Feel me? You don't want Pluto fucking you. You wanna use your Pluto to fuck shit. You don't want Pluto to fuck you. Also, we got Chiron and Aries. So Chiron is dealing with the wounded healer. Do not repeat. Do not let this pass by you, feel me? You want to make sure you utilizing your selfishness to deeply heal your traumas and make sure your wounds is fixated and secured. You don't want shit coming out here to basically be temporizing that. You want to make sure everything is being taken care of. You want to make sure you're healing yourself, whether you're doing it with music, herbs, detox, or your spiritual natures. Get spiritually inclined, get your crystals too. Also, we got North Node and Gemini. So that's dealing with adding focusness and skills and focusing on getting rid of that anxiety. For me, we gotta kill that shit. For me, I already tell y'all how to handle anxiety. Find out what you need to work on as far as your squares, and put a destruction and a declination to that. And basically, once you do that shit, things are basically going to your favor. For me, you gotta find out what spirit is basically attacking you. Go there, destroy it, and take your power back. Because if you don't take your power back, then you're going to keep putting yourself in circumstances, situations of basically always keeping yourself in anxiety mode. You don't want to do that shit. You want to rise above and get up out of that circumstance, situation. Because it's not good to be fixated and adaptable to being anxiety. You want to basically add some cardinal to that shit and make changes. I mean, you want to make adaptation changes to your ways of basically dealing with that. Ascendant and Scorpio, so that's dealing with mysterious ways of basically seeing the outside world and basically fixating our ways of circumstances and situations, basically what we depriving on. Midhaven and Leo, so that's insight and building your career. So basically, that's being fixated in your ways. And Ascendant is how you rise, so we rising above circumstances and situations that's going to put us in better predicaments and building us in better chairs and fruits and labors down the line. Also, we got Midhaven, I said that, Moon sextile Uranus. So that's new pursuits and freedom. So Uranus is dealing with rebellious, revolution, freedom. And Taurus is dealing with practicality, home, and security. So basically, don't be afraid to basically be rebellious in times like this. Because basically, this is everybody for themselves. Especially if you don't know yourself by now. So you got to be basically cautious. Yeah, you got to definitely work cautious. You got to be on your earth. You got to bring your rebellious natures. You got to bring your rebellious spirits down into earth. Because you don't know who's who now. And you got to keep tabs on motherfuckers. A whole lot of shit going on. But, you know, it's some shit that you can do to basically avoid that. I'm going to basically break that down to another video. We also got, the fuck is that? Moon squared Chiron. So, this is expressing, the moon is dealing with, moon is square with Aries, so that's dealing with that's new ways to basically, dealing with our feelings and emotions and new ways to basically express our ambitions. So this is what we need to basically be dwelling upon and being fixated upon. So this is what we need to basically be our focus right now. And the better we do that, the less we won't have to be worrying about any internal defects or any headaches. But be very cautious and aware of how we fixate our way in doing things. Make sure you have clarity before you go into your day. You don't want to be going to your day with a whole lot of baggage from yesterday. Also, we got Mars sextile Jupiter. So that's in being ambitious, having actions, and be able to speak things into existence. Because remember, actions talk louder than words when you're dealing with this alignment. So if you start in your ways and basically being more changeable, immutable on how you do that, things gonna go into your favor. Because remember, it takes actions. Words, we always gonna speak shit into existence, but we need the actions. We need the physical to basically express this and bring this down to our doors so we can have torments with it. So also, we got Mars sextile Pluto. So that's a healthy approach. So this is a good opportunity, a good chance to basically take care of some circumstance situation, fucking the shit out of your girl. Feel me? Eating her pussy, all kind of crazy shit. You might have the opportunity to basically take this into the good natures and shit, and basically, you know, being put in a start and being fixated on how you do this. So it's just all about, you know, intention, desire, and passion. Sex drive right here. Your sex drive is on a higher level. So this is an opportunity, a chance right now. Also, Jupiter conjunct Pluto. So that's achieving natural talents and being determined. So Jupiter is dealing with expansion and growth. So basically traveling. And Pluto is dealing with death and transformation and being determined and being passionate also. So that's basically that's a good opportunity right there to take advantage of. Put death and transformation to anything that don't serve you no purpose and keep it moving. Or shit. Also, Jupiter Sun square Mars, so that's being determined and having tensions. But basically, tensions can display and angerness can come if you have blockages. So right now, what you basically need to learn is get a hand script, write things down, what you don't want to experience, and write things down that you do want to experience and put this to the test. You gotta have belief, you gotta have good intent when you utilize this. So Moon conjunct Mercury, so that's basically having connections internally. So this is basically having good interconnections and conversations. People are gonna be feeling the need to basically feel your point of view and feel where you're coming from when you're expressing your references and communications with people, places, and things. Also, we got Venus sextile Chiron, so that's basically dealing with balance and romantic nature. So Venus is dealing with love, balance, partnership, relationships, and also the Chiron is dealing with Aries. So basically that's a sextile, that's an opportunity. So things will be balanced for me. One person won't be dominant with the next person in the bed. For me, I both will be basically having orgasms and manifestations at the same time. And one won't be dissatisfied, and the other won't be dissatisfied. Everybody will be satisfied, and basically that's the whole purpose of being balanced. For me, 50-50. For me, it takes two to create. Two harmonious energies coming together to create another harmonious energy. That's a manifestation right there in my eyes. Depending on how you utilize that energy and know what you're doing when you're in the sheets and know what you're doing when you're talking to your mate. Also, where are we at? Jupiter sextile Neptune. So that's basically having a more practical and well, not a practical, but basically having a more adaptive way of having a spiritual approach. Because Jupiter is basically expansion, growth, and travel, and Neptune is basically dealing with imagination, creativities, and beliefs. So that's basically play out in nature. So that's harmonious natures right there, dealing with your spirit. So find ways to basically heighten your spirit and basically put yourself in the circumstances and situations to keep your spirit growing and flowing. You don't want to be fixated and stopped in one way. You want to basically keep flowing and keep rising and keep going. Also, we got Neptune sextile Pluto. So Neptune is dealing with imagination, and Pluto is dealing with death and transformation. So basically, this is a good time to basically utilize death and transformation towards anything that don't serve you no purpose, and utilize your imagination and your desires, and basically what you want to aim for to manifest in this world. For me, don't let nobody else do that shit, or don't let Pluto do that shit, or you're gonna basically manifest a fantasy, an illusion that basically don't play out into your favors, and you don't want that to happen. You want to make sure you basically resonating with your spiritual tensions and your spiritual natives and your spiritual manifestations to go into your purpose, and you don't want to have nobody else fucking with your fantasy. So make sure what you want to manifest, make sure you put in that and planting the right seeds. And during this times with this new moon, or else you're gonna witness trials and tribulations. You're gonna basically be bringing back shit from your past into reality. You don't want to do that shit. You want to make sure you're making these pools as clean, making sure you straining these pools from any negative, and making sure you cleansing your space, making sure you being situated, fixated, and adaptable to changes. Feel me? Because these changes could be good or bad, but you don't want to have badness around your circle. You don't want to have that shit in. Even though our spirits is dark, feel me? But we want to make sure we have light and we have darkness. Basically, we want to have good darkness, and basically we want to have good light. So it's basically about what you do with accounts at this point. So make sure you stay consistent on doing that. So also Sun conjunction Moon. So that's basically dealing with natural instinctive powers and shit. So learn how to use your psychic ability, express that, and act out on your natures and your fruits and labors to go. Also dealing with the Moon. That's basically dealing with insight, dealing with past circumstances, situations. And that's dealing with what you need to fixate yourself on. And basically don't pass up on these opportunities, or else you're going to experience karma, whether you're dealing with it on the outside or the inside. And you don't want that to basically keep coming back to haunt you. For me, you don't want to have chest pain. You don't want to have stomach pain and shit, because you didn't take the necessary opportunities and steps to basically get situated in life. For me, you don't want to basically procrastinate. This is a good time to basically take advantage of this shit and make sure you're planting good seeds, or else you're going to play a demonic seed, and it's going to play out into your life, and that's what you're going to basically keep attracting on a day-to-day basis. Also, Sun squared Chiron, so that's basically dealing with past traumas and healing. These will pop up though. Make sure you learn how to deal with it. Or it's gonna harm you in some way internally, dealing with the feelings, emotion, and it can harm you on the physical aspects, which is dealing with giving you headaches and shit, giving you migraines and shit. So don't ponder. Feel me? Clear your mind. Make sure you're getting fixated. Make sure everything is versatile for you. Feel me? You want things to be naturally going perfectly well for you, and not shit to be going on the opposites. Mercury trine Neptune, so that's dealing with a rich imagination. So this is the opportunity to basically take time into that. For me, don't ponder on things when you meditate. For me, you want to have clairvoyance and clarity when you're dealing with your internal desires and internal passions. Of course, that's dealing with the communication, interaction. So basically, make sure you're interacting with the right people, places, and things. Make sure the right people, places, circumstances, situations are playing in your life. So this way, you won't have no downfalls and shit like that. Also, Venus trine Saturn. So this is dealing with trustworthy people and dealing with practicality, commitment, and stability. This is a good time to basically be committed in your relationship. For me, do something out of the ordinary, something that you didn't really do. For me, if y'all never left town, basically it's a good time to take your girl out of state, go to a hotel, nice place, nice smoothing place for me. Get situated, go out there in the woods, go somewhere quiet, peaceful. For me, this is dealing with deeply desires. So you want to make sure you're deeply rooted. And this way, you want to be basically practicalizing on good natures. And not basically staying fixated on bad natures, for me, doing all this fake shit that's going on. But it's a good time to basically take advantage of that and take heed to that, and don't pass up on these opportunities, or else somebody else gonna basically be doing that shit. Somebody else will do that shit during this time. Remember that shit. But you can trust her though. But yeah, or him. Also, Mars conjunct Neptune, so that's dealing with unique aura and spiritual purpose. So that's basically dealing with the fire, and that's dealing with the water. So you're going to have a passion, desire, and willpower, and you're going to feel the need to basically you do this in your unique way, and basically bring this into existence towards people, places, and things. So this is a good opportunity to basically use your aggression, your willpower, and bring this down, whether you're doing this internally, whether you want to manifest and travel, and basically bring this out there into the open. Also, Jupiter conjunction Saturn, so that's growth, goals, and success. So Jupiter is dealing with travel and expansion and growth. Saturn is dealing with practicality. So basically, make sure you're being more adaptable, which how you want to present your travel, and how you want to present the things you do, and being relative to the people, places, and things, and being assertive towards people, places, and things, and also being volatile, versatile, and being energetic, and learning new circumstances and situations that'll put you in a circumstance situation to be more practical, be more creative, be more assertive, put more pressure and power on what you need to focus on, and basically relating this with people, places, and things, and having a circumstance situation that'll see things play out into your spectrum, being intellect, and basically being like routine and pattern. Also being original in your own way, and pushing this out there into the world, and not being naive. I mean, this is a good time to basically take care of every circumstance, situation that you run upon to, and make sure you take care of that shit. Also we got Saturn conjunction Pluto, so that's dealing with heavy tensions and stuff right now, because you know Saturn and Pluto, if it's conjunct right now, then you know that's going to be dealing with circumstances, situations of having guilt and having dark power and dark energies. That's what you're going to be dealing with. So, you know, you're dealing with demonic energy, but you can basically always change it for things to go into your favor. So make sure you figuring out what you feeling, how you feeling, what time you feeling, and making sure you know where the alignments is at in the stars, and you know where you can dictate where this circumstance situation is going. You go outside, go do your 360, spin around, and basically be more alert and aware. So this way things won't be too heavy and dense on you. You basically get a lot off your spirit, and you will deal with circumstance situations that'll play out into your natures. And of course, we about to get into the sun, the moon, and the aspects, and basically the ascendants. So dealing with the ascendants, you know, what the ascendants is I am. So that's basically you being a start and an initiator by basically pushing out. Of course, Aries. And of course, Taurus is basically dealing with I have my desires. Also dealing with Gemini, that's dealing with I think, I interact. Also dealing with Cancer, I feel. This is the natural, native instinctions that everybody gonna be feel the need to do. 5, I will manifest. I will express myself. I will be committed. 6, I do analyze. I do practical. I do dictatorship. Also, I relate. It's dealing with 7 Libras. I relate. Oh, y'all saw that? That was the spirit. I relate. I interact. I push forward. I balance. 8, I desire. I want. My needs. 9, I perceive. I interact. I travel. 10, I use. That's dealing with practicality and Saturn. That's dealing with Capricorn. 11, I know. I know everything. I basically is perceiving. Also, I believe is dealing with Pisces. So this is basically what we're going to be dealing with. I believe in myself. So everybody should be believing in themselves right now. Don't be believing in false idols and false prophets and theologians and priests and pastors right now. For me, we in the age of motherfucking Aquarius. So take your motherfucking power back for me. And if your ass ain't on the shift, I feel false. I feel so sorry for you. You got another 2,000 years of being motherfucking a slave to a spirit that you never saw, never felt, never seen in your presence. For me, you just relating everything out of a motherfucking book. I don't give a fuck how you feel. For me, you are lost and you are possessed. There's no other way to put it through. So now let's get into the sun, moons, and the houses. So houses is dealing with basically being controlled by the planets. And the moon sign is our feelings and our emotions. And the sun is basically being controlled by the houses. So basically, let's run down these circumstance situations. Moon is dealing with the reflection. Sun is dealing with the way you express yourself. Moon is dealing with your interaction and how you perceive things. So, first house, that's dealing with loneliness, and also that's dealing with being solid and also being sensitive. So you're going to be basically feeling the need to basically initiate and create and have a purpose of having feelings and harmonious energies towards other people, places, and things when you interact with the outside world. And this is dealing with directional path, and quickness. So basically, also second house, that's dealing with values. That's dealing with giving. Also, you're gonna be feeling the need to basically be home and security, and basically, initiate and creating circumstance situations to help people, places, and things, making sure they home and secure. Of course, Taurus is exalted in Cancer, so that's dealing with practicality and steadiness and consistency. That's key. That's the only way you're gonna basically get into the doors when you have consistency, place never keep. Also, third house is dealing with changes, personalities, freedom, interactions, and also dealing with nurturing, dealing with the siblings. You're gonna be more lovable and more conservative when you're dealing with the kids in the house, especially your siblings, your brothers and your sisters. Fourth house, this is dealing with family, home, domestic violence, which is good violence or balance. Or also, you're gonna be feeling the need to basically retreat from people, places, and things that don't see eye to eye with you. So this is the energies we're gonna be dealing with. Also, fifth house is dealing with ancestor figures, how we express ourselves, our love, our nourishment, our charity, our loved ones, and our emotional presence. So also, sixth house is dealing with being fixated in our ways, practical, work productions, origination, and analyzing things. So basically, this is what we're gonna be feeling the need to do. Seventh house is dealing with balance, emotional balance, happiness, relations with people, places, and things, relating to people, places, and things. Feel me? We're gonna be feeling the need to express that and relate that towards the world. Eighth house is dealing with desires. It's dealing with tensions, and that's dealing with feeling the need to basically retreat from people, places, and things, and basically getting recharged behind closed doors. Ninth house is dealing with travel, expansion, and growth, and spoken reasonings, and being mutable with people, places, and things, interacting with people, places, and things, and expressing yourself. 10th house is dealing with productive popularity, achievements, and dealing with people, father figures, mother figures, because you know that's also, well, Capricorn and Cancer, they can somewhat get along depending on the circumstances situation, because that's dealing with Cardinal, and that's dealing with being initiative when you're out there, and that's dealing with security, but security on a whole nother level. You got security when it's dealing with home, and you got security when it's dealing with work circumstances, situations when you're on the floor. Also, 11th house, that's dealing with being observant people, places, and things. Also, being supportive by associates and supporting others in need. 12th house is basically dealing with dreams, fantasies, being grounded, sensitive, and solutions and changes. But of course, you gotta recharge when you out there and when you behind closed doors. So these are the energies what we're gonna basically be dealing with for this past 2 days for the moon. And then after that, the moon's gonna basically be going into Leo. So of course, everybody gonna be in a cardinal way of feelings and emotions, expressing themselves in fixated ways, and of basically act out on these natures, see your fruits and labors grow, and everything will actually go into your purpose. I mean, this ain't the time to be procrastinating. This ain't the time to basically, being fixated in your own way. This is the time to get up off your ass and take care of your responsibilities in certain situations if you want to see shit go into your favor. Because remember, the sun and the moon don't stop shining. For me, it don't. The planets don't stop being used. They don't. For me, the energy is here for you. Don't be naive, or else your fruits and labors won't grow. It's just that simple. Universe want to see you putting up a fight. They don't want to see you losing a fight.